But that's not even the biggest story. The Avalanche have more or less known they were going to play the Stars, and that's that. The biggest story is with Gabe Landeskog.
Are there any updates you can give with Gabe? Should we go to an Eagles game coming up on Friday or anything?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's doing better and getting close, so that is still an option.
That was Bednar last night. This morning, he said more or less the same thing with the boys in the morning. After his show here on 92.5, the Avalanche said they have assigned Gabriel Landeskog for a conditioning assignment to the Colorado Eagles. Boys, there is video coming out this morning of Landeskog skating essentially on the Eagles' second line at their practice today. He's playing on Friday, guys, I believe.
What a cool moment for those guys on the Eagles,
Absolutely.
To be a part of history and getting this guy back and the momentum of it.
Are you kidding?
What an opportunity. Not that they're going to spend a lot of time with this guy or have an opportunity to pick his brain all too much, but just what a cool opportunity it is to be a part of that.
Scott, what do you think?
And how many of the Muggles are going to be getting in their car and driving up north?
Okay,
to catch that game?
The tickets are expensive.
Let me ask you the question.
They're very expensive. I looked at them like a week ago when we were just theorizing. Okay, maybe it's going to be Friday.
Yeah.
Tickets were like $75, but those were for like the best tickets in the house.
Yeah.
They're all up there right now.
I mean,
take a family of 5 to an Eagles game, you're going to spend $600-$700.
Okay. This might be a poll question, Dan. Better sporting event on Friday night. Gabe with the Eagles, Nuggets against Memphis. New Nuggets against Memphis, Gabe with the Eagles. Both are happening on the same night. What's a better Colorado sporting event?
Well, when Mike Malone is hired by Memphis already by Friday and he's coaching against the Denver Nuggets, that's going to be one hell of a fascinating game.
That would be funny.
The bigger story is Gabe. The more important game is Memphis.
Event you'd rather be at?
I'll wait and go see Gabe when he's in an Avs sweater.
Okay, Tyler.
There's something pretty cool about being there. There's something nostalgic about going down to the minors. Seeing it, being in a cool environment. I think I'd probably choose Gabe. I mean, how much does he play?
That's a great question, too, because the minor league schedule is a little bit spread out. They play Friday, and then they play the next day, Saturday. Now, that would seem to be a lot, unless, like you say, how much, I don't know, maybe it's 8 minutes on Friday night?
Yeah, I highly
12
doubt
minutes on Saturday.
In his debut back on the ice, they put him out there in back-to-back nights.
Highly
doubt that.
It seems unlikely. Now, this could be a big tease, and his return could be Saturday, not Friday, by the way. There has been no announcement that he'll definitively play.
Well, you better double up, buy tickets to both.
Yeah, if you're being safe.
Hey, by the way, that blue sweater he's wearing is cool looking. Does any of our listeners have one of those Eagles sweaters like that?
That's a great question. It's a cool.
I'm gonna wager Mike Sanford's got it.
Yeah, that's a good wager.
If he doesn't, he will by Monday.
Yeah.
By the way, if you go up to that Gabe game with the Eagles, you could also pick yourself up a number 6 Taylor McCarr sweater while you're at it. So if you want something really super cool, now if I'm being super selfish, I would hope for Gabe to not play Friday, but to play Saturday, and then you could sort of do that double dip, see the Nuggets, and then go up, see Gabe with the Eagles. I'm going to guess they will make some sort of announcement ahead of time. But guys, this is about to happen. Overall reaction to this is happening. This is happening.
I think we almost take it for granted now because we've all been expecting it for what feels like a month or so, maybe even more than that. Whenever that documentary came out, we just started connecting dots. But if we really go back even 5-6 weeks before that, there wasn't anybody on radio that was optimistic about Gabe Landeskog. There wasn't anybody. I mean, the far majority of us were talking about whether we're ever going to see Gabe Landeskog play for the Avalanche again. And then all of a sudden that doc comes out and the whole world's done a 180 on it.
The timing of the doc.
Well, and
the timing of the doc.
Have you heard Have you guys? I know we had it in our thread, but I don't know if you guys ever played it. That Eric Johnson quote when when he was on TNT, asked him, about Landeskog skating, and he basically said, "Yeah, I'm just tired of all his cameras around all the time.
Yeah.
Let's get him out there so these cameras will go away finally."
Which, by the
I
way,
thought that was hilarious.
how many other guys on that hockey team could make a jestful comment like that about Gabe?
The documentary.
Eric,
Exactly.
Are you guys caught up on the documentary at all? Have you been
I
watching?
I have yet to see it.
Okay. I've watched 3 of the 4 episodes, and the trailer, the teaser video for the 4th one is remarkable. It's one of the most revealing, personal, touching moments I've seen in any sports documentary ever. And it talks about his first night, the first night of this season, him coming back.
What was happening during the home opener is I was doing really well in the gym. Like I was stacking the days and I was doing great. But just such a big night, like just gets to you.
All right, train out there for yeah, this is the whole thing, yep. All right, buddy, go for it. Let me get out of your way.
And now I walk out thinking like, all right, here come the pity applause, or here come, I wonder what they're thinking, or I wonder what if they remember me. But as soon as I go out there and I start waving around, I'm like, man, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I want to get off. And I remember leaving and I just couldn't figure out where do I go? I'm like, normally during a game that I'm not obviously dressed for, you work out and then you kind of hang out in the players lounge and watch the game on TV. But I knew there's going to be people in there and I'm like, well, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in the gym. And I just needed to go hide somewhere. I'm like, I can't find a place to, so I just ended up standing in the hallway.
And then he goes on and they show him going to the hallway where he breaks down emotionally and starts crying because he doesn't know where else to go.
Take all the other stuff about going through adversity or seeing it through, or all these things that I firmly believe in. This is just a moment of weakness where I'm like, I just want to be done. And the fear of failing.
So I'm scared to let people down, and if I can't get through this and get through on the other side, then I feel like you're letting people down,
Ball Arena has for so long been one of the places where I've been the most comfortable. Now for this night, it was a place where I was the most uncomfortable, and I wanted to get the hell out of there.
I don't know how you could watch this documentary or even a clip like that and not be rooting for this dude 10,000%. And I don't think we were wrong about the captain stuff last year. I don't think we were wrong about that. In fact, I think it would have done him great relief to not have that burden, because he says in this documentary, they've asked me to be a leader. I just got to focus on myself. I can't be responsible for other stuff. This stuff with me personally is too heavy. I think it would have given him a sense of relief last year. I think this year's different. I think it's fine that they haven't turned the corner on that, because I don't think they need to, because I think they've got used to whatever's going on. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But Gabe needed time just to be Gabe and not worry about other people, and that becomes very clear in this documentary.
Yeah, you think these guys are robots, man, and the casual fan thinking about these guys, they really don't understand the mental tax that's going on when you're going through an experience like this. To go out there on a home opener, I think every athlete to some degree gets emotional on opening day. You feel it. It's kind of your flashback to your childhood, but when it's taken away from you and you see other people and you see this and that, and boy, I can certainly understand the moment.
Scott, what do you think?
Well, listen, it's twofold, right? It's you love the game, you love the sport, and the work he's had to put in just to probably even to walk there and come to the game, and then that realization that I've been away from it this long, and he probably is feeling an opening day. I'm still not close.
Yeah, that
right?
on opening day he wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tyler just said it a while ago that all of a sudden it just came up and hit it, and all of a sudden this thing has gotten so much more momentum. that he's probably, when he sees there and the team's about ready to start another season without him, he's probably thinking, I'm never going to be on that moment. I'm never going to be on that ice for that introduction again. So I could see where it's emotional. Listen, it's emotional. It's kind of funny. I remember for about the first 2 or 3 years, let's see if Tyler's like this. The night before training camp opened for us, I never slept well at all.
Right.
The night before training camp started. Dude, that lasted the next 2-3 years. We're like, hey, we got to be at training camp tomorrow. It's going, and I'd be that night up at 2 o'clock watching TV going, why am I why am I not tired? I'm not going to training camp tomorrow. I'm not having to do wind sprints and all this crazy stuff.